What's going on, YouTube? Marvelous. Let me give my opinion today. So, let's talk about it. Topic today is going to be homosexuality.
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.
Now, I know that was just like last month, the whole Pride Month thing, and some people were just like, oh my god, this guy too? Like, no. Let it breathe. Alright, let me talk about what it is. Alright. The reason why I discuss this is because I saw a video about the LGBT community really not appreciating, not getting the support from certain companies, and feel that they're bigoted, hatred, and that they're not going to do business with them because they did not put a little rainbow up there and say that we support this and we're about that life, basically. I think the problems are going to continue to go downward from here because we first have an issue with our language and the way we communicate effectively. All right, so what I'm saying is, hey, we're all individuals and we're all humans. All right, and usually when we try to discuss certain things when it comes to the LGBT community, we're talking about the humanity of every individual. That's the real plight of why people either support or whatever it is that they're trying to go with when it comes to those who are social justice warriors. You know, it's just trying to find that piece of humanity to defend or something like that. And I want to go on and note saying that you're not really necessarily defending one's humanity, because that's usually never been denied, even with homosexuality. Yes, I understand there's countries that would punish you and outright your life with that, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not talking to those extreme situations. What I'm saying is, most people who do these acts, okay, can do them freely, do whatever they want to do. I mean, last I checked, people can still have sex. We're in this new age where it's not so taboo to talk about sex. It's not so taboo to do all types of sexual acts. It's not taboo to do anything sexual anymore. It's just free sex out here, bro. And it's so it's so non-taboo that you even got pedos coming out, bro. Like, legit. I think there was a person who was running for governor or something like that in Georgia, came out as open pedophilia. I looked it up on Google so I can see what comes up. But I digress. I'm just saying the state that we're in ain't nothing taboo. So I don't really begrudge the movement when it comes to expressing homosexual acts in the media and stuff like that. They have the right to do so. Why not? You've been expressing all types of other sex. You think that just because it's not the type of sex you want to see, that now that you're offended, you should have been offended the moment you saw sex on the TV, period. I shouldn't have to see what another person does in bed or what someone does in privacy at their home or what they do. I don't want to hear about anything like that. But here we are. So now you got those of the LGBT community who want to openly express their sexuality, and they should. We made it a sexual free, a sexual liberated space. So that's what that means. You're at liberty to express yourself sexually in any plea and form, please. Just that way, except for pedos. Not yet. I say not yet because I believe they're next, and a lot of people are getting quiet about them. And it's just like, yeah, they might be openly hated by so many people, but there was a time and day where people openly hated gay people. Okay, and it's I'm telling you, I already got a theory of what could happen and how it's going to happen, but we'll talk about that later. We're talking about homosexuality. All right, we'll keep it to them. I'm not trying to conflate the two neither. I'm just I'm just showing you some correlation, patterns, trends, how things have become, and how things will probably progress towards. Just my opinion. But anyways, homosexuality, that's what we're talking about. So we're talking about an act here, okay? We're talking about, let's say we're gay, all right? We'll take the word gay, for instance. Gay is just two guys having sex together. Nothing really more to it. It's an act that two guys do together. Should I deny a man's humanity because he has sex with another guy? No, I could care less. I'm more offended at the fact that he would tell me that, yes, I have sex with guys, because who goes around telling people who they fucking? Personally, I don't go around telling people that I'm straight. I find it weird that you tell people who you fucking. But I digress. Again, that's besides the point. Usually, at least when I was coming up as a child, like anytime an individual was called gay, it wasn't because they actually did a gay act. It wasn't because of homosexuality. It was more because they was acting very feminine. And any man who act feminine was going to be titled as gay.
Come on, Riley, the song, the dance, do the homie. The homie dance ain't gay. I do the homie. That's not gay.
Meaning like you was on the bottom of the fucking pole. All pun intended. No, but no, but seriously though, like you were just seen less than. You were seen weak. You weren't seen as someone who was strong in a sense, because you're looking mighty feminine. You're looking like someone needs to protect you. You're looking like a woman. So that's why you weren't respected. That's just what it was. Culturally, that's what it was. How the term, even like I think even some gay people use the word gay, and they know what they mean when they say that too. Like because everyone knows the context of the word. It wasn't necessarily to bash those who were having sex with whoever they were. It was never really when it comes. I mean, yeah, don't be wrong. There was obviously some guys that got found out because they either hit on the wrong guy and they got effed up for trying another man. It ain't go so well for them. But what I'm speaking towards is the characteristics that a man would take on if he's being more feminine. If a guy acts feminine, we just say, "Shut up, he's gay." I do gay. Now that is why, for the most part, today we don't even question it when we see a guy who's acting very flamboyant, fairy-like. All these other terms you want to use, we like, oh, he gay. He flaming homo out here, bro. And he may never even have sex with a dude, but we're gonna straight say that he's a flaming homosexual. Because look how he acting, bro. Look, it's not about how a man acts, bro. Because he could be, as you would call normal, but still fucks dudes. So what are we really talking about here? And that's why I proposed this topic, because what I want to discuss is how we conflate the word homosexuality with the terms and buzzwords that we have in culture and society, and how it's all blended into one huge culture called the LGBT community. And it's bigger and more broader than you could ever imagine, because with all the labels attached to it and what those labels mean, God, man. So now when you say, let's say, and this is the whole thing I'm trying to get at, if you say that you're not about the act, particularly homosexual act, like I don't want to have sex with dudes, I'm not ever going to promote that. No, I'm good. Do what y'all want to do, but I'm not promoting that. So you don't promote all the other things. A man can't be expressing his way in this way. He can't dress or do this. And I'm like, bro, again, I don't really promote those actions. Do it thy will. But I'm not going to treat you any differently based on what you do in bed. That's not why I'm going to treat you differently. I'm going to treat you differently because the way you acting right now. Like, or if you do something to disrespect me, I'm definitely going to do something to retaliate back. It's cause and effect. It's not like I'm going on my way and say, I can't stand you. Why you gotta be like that? No, people are who they are. I can accept that. I can accept people for who they are. That's the main word I want you to take away from this, the who. I accept people for who they are. I don't accept the things that they do, but who they are as an individual, as a person who is still growing, molding, and learning what life is, I don't judge these people. I don't judge any person for that matter, but I'm not going to put a label on whoever it is that I'm taking the time to get to know. You may do these things, but I don't begrudge you or have any ill will towards you just because of the things you do. I'm just not going to support and do it. And if you want to know the truth and why I won't support it, it's quite simple. Life.
What the does that mean, Kobe Bryant?
Those actions, I don't see life being produced from acting in that manner. That's all it is to it. There's nothing more to it. It's not even like looking at it as a good or bad aspect. I'm just saying what I desire. I desire life, and I won't produce any life doing that act. That is the that is the only thing I got against that particular act. I know people do it because they want to express their affections, their emotions, and they want to do it in a sexual gratification way with whoever they feel that way with. Do what that will. Again, you can say, look, I don't even promote the things that we're doing today, even when it's just a straight couple just out here willy-nilly just having sex recklessly, being selfish in the way your own selfish desires. At the end of the day, you're doing it to please yourself. You may say, oh, I please others. No, it's, look, man, like they say, nothing in the world is free, and no one does anything for nothing. You're doing it for something because you're getting some type of gratification from it. Even if it's to please someone else, you're getting gratification from it as well, okay? It's not like it hurts you to do it. Stop playing.
Whatever, I do what I want.
God, man. Because I hate those people like, oh, not me, not me. Like, stop lying, okay? Stop. So again, sex, for the most part, on whoever's giving or receiving or taking it, it don't even matter. If it's not done in order to produce, in my opinion, it's just a selfish act that you're doing, and I don't promote it. I don't want to promote selfish acts amongst the youth, more particularly. That's the future. I don't need the future children acting more selfishly as they get older and being more reckless, like my generation. Look at us, like dead ass, bro. We are effed up, pretty bad. We fucked ourselves, all pun intended. But we don't need to fuck our kids. Definitely pun intended. But no, seriously. It's just with these things. I don't think that people, the LGBT community, understand that you're not disliked. You're not hated because of the things you act. It's most likely due to what it is that you promote in the sense of your influence. And I think that you guys don't respect other people's opinions. Like, your opinion matters the most, because I'm gonna say, for whatever reason, I can try to assume for the most part, you felt at one point where people would judge you and look at you and treat you unfairly. Fair enough point. So now that you guys are in the seat of power, you can return the favor to those who mistreated you based on your, what it is you did. They even try to look at your character and know who you were as an individual. It just kind of stuck you, labeled you. You pretty much adapted that label yourself too. I don't believe you guys identify it with some type of label. You were given a first and last name. That should be your first way of identifying yourself, not this politically correct bullshit that's going on today. Go by your name. That's the one thing that makes you unique in some ways. I mean, not to say you won't never find someone with your name, but you know what I mean. Start with your name. Know who you are. Every person needs to know who they are and grow. You're not just a person who has sex with the same sex. Every person is capable of having sex. Well, I can't say every. Most people are capable of having sex, enjoying sex in whatever manner, shape, or form it is. And okay, cool, it's there. But you're not that sexual act. You're human. Like, I still don't understand what is like when I heard gay rights. In full context, what that means is I should be able to partner with whoever I partner with and get the same benefits as any other couple that was male or female. Sure, why not? I can't think of a reason why you guys can't elope, considering that the state already has the power to marry man and women. Shit, you can marry whoever you want to marry with whatever you want. In my opinion, if it's the power of the state, it's the power of the state. That's my opinion on that. So you won't get no gripes from me on that. I don't really care for gay marriages and things of that matter. That's no real effect on anything. It's just, if you want to partner up, shack up, do what you want to do, have, live with someone till the day you die, have that. Be able to share your will, hospital greetings, all these things, families, different family ties. There's a lot of things that come with marriage. I think people overlook. But besides the whole tax thing, you gotta understand, we created this system, and now we have to expand it out a little bit more in terms of how things were done traditionally with just man and women. Because now we have men and women, with women and women, men and men. So it is what it is. These are times. Now the thing is, I'm still trying to understand why is it being promoted on in the media and television. When I say promoted, I'm not saying oh yeah, you see some gay stuff here or there. It's nothing. I've watched plenty of anime with acts of homosexuality, and I never blinked an eye at it. I never frowned up to it. None of that, because the characters were so well fleshed out. That act didn't foreshadow their whole persona. It wasn't, and even if you do have the one guy who acts flamboyant, he was probably he was comic relief most likely, and he was still a good character. And it depends on who he was. It's again, character. That's what matters most, is character. It's not about what you do. Fuck what you do. I don't care who you fucking in bed. I have to say that over and over again, because that seems to be the importance to a lot of people, is who they're fucking and who accepts who they're fucking. Why do I need to accept who you fuck? People don't even accept that my wife is Asian, bro. I don't give a fuck. Okay? That's what a lot of you guys gotta get with yourselves. Know yourself. Real talk. Because the world don't owe you no understanding. And you guys are demanding it for the most part with this whole thing they're doing. Well, last month, when certain companies didn't want to support and for the LGBT, then you want to threaten their pockets and be like, we're gonna boycott you if you don't, because you're anti. And it's like, they're not anti-humanitarian, they're not anti-human, they're anti what it is that you're doing. And the thing is, you guys taking that as an identity. The things you do, you identify with. That's an issue. That's a problem. Your actions are not your identity, because those things can come and go. There's things I did as a child that I don't do as an adult no more. There are things I did 10 years ago as a young man who just left his parents' house that I don't do no more. There's growth. There's development. There's my humanity. One particular act does not define who I am. And that's where y'all guys gotta stop, in my opinion. Stop with that. You're more than just whatever it is that you're trying to fight for. Alright? No one has to be on board with what you guys are doing. No one has to say, okay, I support you guys, I make you feel better, do what you guys do and tell me all about it. I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to hear. I never want to hear about it. I don't want to hear about. And this is gonna be graphic. No, I'm not gonna do it. No, on this channel. No. I don't want to hear about how you please yourself and others and all that stuff. Sex talk, pillow talk, that stuff gotta stop. I don't care if you're gay or straight. That gotta stop. It's too much. You're doing too much. Is it for attention? Why do you tell us these things? I don't care. I don't want to know these things. Why is this information important for me to know? That's a good question. I would like to ask someone who's from that community. Why is it important for me to know that you're gay? I just need to know why. I need to know who you fucking. Like, why do I need to know the information? Why? Not specifically, but to what type of body you fucking. Like, why do I need to know what is it that you like to fuck? Like, I don't care. But it's just, I know I'm kind of flippant about that, but it's just because it's more, I'm reacting to the strong, raw emotion that goes in support of this particular community, because it's kind of toxic in a lot of ways. And what I mean by that is they're so caught up and so whelmed up in their own emotion and their own plight that they're blind to everyone else's opinions and ways of life. Like, they really believe that their life in that time is a priority. It's not that other lives don't matter, but they see themselves as a particular group that is marginalized and needs to be supported in a way of its influence. So more people need to be on board with what they're doing. And that's the biggest point. What you guys do. Why do people need to be on board with what you guys do? Explain that. I really think it's because you just want people to feel comfortable in the things that you do. Like, I don't understand. It's like, I'm going to take this and give you two examples. One example is going to be, I use my case. Okay, so my wife is Asian. So what of it? I want to promote more of that. I think there should be more blacks and Asians together. I just want to see more representation of that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I think that we're underappreciated. We get frowned upon. We walk in public, people don't really approve of us being together as much. I get stereotypes. I'm not accepted in my own community. I'm bashed. I'm called a sellout. All the things. All right. I could take my experience in my life and make myself a victim and be like, life is hard as a black person who is married to a Asian woman. Just because I chose to love this person, now I'm being shamed for the rest of my life, and I don't think it's fair. No, in actuality, am I really being shamed for it? No. It isn't until people actually meet my wife and they're like, oh, this your wife? Like, yeah, that's my wife. You know what I'm saying? Again, I'm not going out my way to tell people who I bang or making like a big thing like, oh, my wife's Asian. Yeah. You believe it? No, I'm not doing all that. Just, of course, you're going to certain families be like, oh, you married one of them. And look at you with the side eye like, judging you and shit. But yes, that's pretty much how I can see it from the point of stands of someone who's homosexual. Of course, it can get a whole lot more worse. I'm not trying to say that that's every situation for interracials or gays. I'm just saying how one can relate when you are doing something that is not what everyone's doing. Not every black person is getting with an Asian person, and I do not care. I don't care to see it on TV, or I don't. And that's my whole plight. I'm not trying to influence other people to be like me, to feel comfortable. That's the word. To feel comfortable at where I'm at. If you're not comfortable where you're at, in my opinion, you're not living your truth. Period. I'm gonna be up front with it. If you're uncomfortable in your current situation, you need an outside source to make you feel good. You're just not right within. You're really just are not right from within, and you're the only person who needs to fix that. You have to go within and love yourself first. Then you can love the world. But that's just my opinion on that, man. It's been like 25 minutes. I'm wrapping this up, guys. I know I talked about so much other things. I really wanted to get into other things with homosexuality. Like, I would say this whole thing with the hate, the fake hate, and also the bigotry. Yes, these things can happen. I just gave you examples of my own life of how something like, or a certain relationship, it's either taboo or it's frowned upon, depending on where I go in the world. If I go to China, somewhere in China, I'm pretty sure they do not want to see a black man with their women. Period. It is what it is. But does it affect me? Yeah, when I go there, they might want to kill me or kill her or some shit. But that's what I'm saying. Like, that's not a good thing. But, and I'm not saying that's not that way for homosexuality, people who go with their own people or same race or not same sex, whatever, right? I'm not saying that these threats, these things aren't real. No, they're there. They're real. It exists. But it's more like, are we promoting these things in a way to compensate for the radical acts of a few who would want to do harm to those people who do these acts? And then how is it that, besides obviously walking hand in hand and public affection and all this stuff, how would these people, who are these people who would really go out their way? Then again, never mind. I know I'm answering my own questions. I'm sorry. Yes, the type of person was, for example, who would go out their way to tell you that you're wrong for doing that. That's bad. Christians, not all Christians, but I would say people who are very highly religious with Christ, who would tell you to your face, you're living in sin, you're wrong, blah blah blah. They shouldn't do that. Personally, they should learn to accept things as they are. Do not judge and love people to life. That's it. You put it like you're going to just push people away in that manner by not loving them, meaning understanding them. You don't understand them and you judge them. I'm not talking to Christians today. I can get on Christians. Christians are an easy target, but I want to get on LGBT today, particularly just the homosexual part, not so much with the other half of that, which is why it's like a blended culture of all of them put together. It's because I think at the end of the day, they all represent femininity. I think that femininity is the thing that's driving force of the LGBT community. It's pretty much, if they had a president, it'd definitely be a female or someone who's in a more feminine role. 150%, I can guarantee that. I think with times being what they are, you're going to see more feminine men. We're in an age of not just technology. I swear, it's not just technology. Technology has this one particular part because it makes things easy and convenient. The other half is just that we're so abundant. There's so many of us, and we have a lot of safeguards and safe systems because of our growing population. There's less accountability, and it's hard to isolate situations in a way and to hold people accountable because we're so many of us to hold accountable. So there's going to be way more rules, more stranger stuff going on. But because of these things, like, you know how they have that one saying about the protective hen, like the hen that's well protective of her chicks. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's kind of like what's kind of happening in society. Like, we're all the little chicks, and the hen, the government, is trying to do its best to protect us. You know.
What the does that mean, Kobe Bryant?
That's just how I look at it. Like, the more of us, the more protective that hen's going to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, there'll be more strict rules, more everything going forward. You can find that in almost anything. You can find that even on social media, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. They were less strict before they had as many users they have today. With all that, with the incline of subscribers, users, and stuff like that, they had to add more rules. Because again, it was getting crazy. Chaos. It's a natural order of things, man. Things get chaotic when there's a lot of it going on. Right now, there's a lot of humans going on, living their lives, and it's getting chaotic. And you're wondering why you're starting to see more mass shootings and stuff like that. It's not so much that the world's a messed up place. It's just that how we are as humans, what we're going to evolve into. It's just a natural cycle that we're in. Even though we're dealing with the unnatural. You know what I mean? Unnatural, I mean like technology. our houses and environment, electricity. Like, bro. I digress again. That's all I got for today, guys. I done went a little off rail with this one, but homosexuality, I just want people to know, for those who are a part of the LGBT community, I personally don't have no hate or disdain for you guys. I won't support you. Never. You're never gonna see a rainbow anywhere on my channel. Because again, I don't support the act, not the humanity in people. Meaning, do what thy will. But end of the day, I'm not going to promote or support what it is you guys are doing, because I don't believe in it and I don't participate in it. So I'm not going to support the act. Now, when it comes to you acting feminine or have your freedom of expression, I can support that. I can support your freedom to express yourself in any way you feel like. Sure, why not? Just know that you're going to come against currents and tides as you move about freely. You may bump your head a few times. You may come across cross currents. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be some rough seas ahead. But that comes with freedom. Adversity. Challengings. That's what it is to be free. You have to fight for freedom. All right. So when you express yourself, just know that exists. All right. Challenges do exist. With that being said, peace and love. Take care. I'm out.